You have proven people wrong because you are not what they thought. They had a different perception of you, not realizing it was what you had to live down to meet their perception. Pressure or just the situation you were in at the time. But people are seeing a different side of you and seeing that you're way more capable, more responsible. Don't live down to their expectations. You could be someone who people pleases so much that you have lived down to some people's false expectations. Rise above this. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they think. Let them say whatever they want to say. Only when convenient. Used for attention. Emotional utility. No depth. People used you for attention. Like they used you as a distraction. To get the focus off of them. They used you as a scapegoat. They used you for a lot of things, but no more. They know they can't do that anymore. And you may have had to move to get away from these people, change jobs. It's really important that you ignore them and don't let their opinions get to you. I mean, if you can interact with them without letting those opinions get to you, that's fine. But if you can't, ignore. Don't connect to their energy. Like every time you get mad at them or get triggered or defend yourself, you're really just rewriting the story. You're anchoring yourself to their reality, to their version of you. Even defending yourself. Like you have no reason. Just be who you are. You don't need their approval. And some people are triggered by that. They're mad. Using you as a distraction even more. These people are a test in your life. Just like you've been a test to them, you've been a lesson. You have taught a lot of people a lesson. You do not need their approval. And you don't need to explain things to them. The real story, it says the real story will come to light. It doesn't need your help coming to light. The real story has come to light. That's why they're so triggered and so upset that they can't say the same things about you that they used to say. And you know who I'm talking about if it's for you. It's a group. If you have to ask who it is, seriously, it's not for you. It's a group or a community. There's just gossip. There's just a lot of gossip there. A lot of low vibe gossip. Go create your own community. Go live someplace where you don't have that. Where you don't have these people that have restricted you. That's what it is, restriction. Oppression. People who made up lies based on assumptions or just outright lied. Like I said, used you as a scapegoat. People will do that. It's all a test. It's all a test. Release your anger toward them. Like I said, just really try to have no feeling toward them. Wish them the best. Wish them the best. That will break any curses that you might feel are on your life. Exposing lies. This one says the truth will eventually be exposed. Just like the real story come to light. A lot of people are going to have to face the truth about themselves. They are facing the truth about themselves. It was never about you. It was about them. They are facing some hard realities. Realizing they may have stolen things from you, treated you unfairly. You don't need their validation. You don't need anything back from them, really. The universe is paying you back. The divine is paying you back. You're going to come out way ahead. Way better than they expected. Don't live down to their expectations. Protective shell, keeping your true emotions hidden for self-protection. That's understandable. You don't have to be small for these people. You don't have to be quiet. Like I said, I'm just getting someone who, it's time to move to a new place. It's time for a complete fresh start. And I'm not trying to put ideas in your head and tell you, pack up and move out of your apartment or house today. That's not what I'm talking about. This is something you've already been thinking about, that has been on your mind. You've been seeking signs about it. It's time to do that. Time to get away from the people who have manipulated you to the point where you might not even know who you are at certain times. Because not all of us are that dominant. Like, I'm just getting like a very dominant, oppressive vibe. People who saw what was happening to you and didn't say anything either because they couldn't. Because the oppression is there. Like, here's the thing. You're not the only one who felt that. You're not the only one who has gone through this in that community. Or situation, whatever it was. It doesn't have to be a community. It could be work. It could just be a small neighborhood. could just be your family, like just the house where you live and there's nobody around but you and someone else. You don't have to live down to their expectation or live up to their pressure. Like, a lot of people have pressured you to do things that you didn't want to go along with, and at times you had to go along because what else were you going to do? For survival, it's time to get away. The curses are broken. The spell is lifted. Silent understanding. Mind games. Unspoken desires. It's time for you to live those unspoken desires. And you know what? Don't tell these people about your desires. Don't tell anyone, well, I'm going to do this. Just do it. Just do it. Because the second you tell them that, they're going to try to discourage you. The second you say, well, I've got big dreams to get out of here, whatever, they're going to try to discourage you. And that feels like mind games. They want you to be silent. Silent understanding. They want you to just be in that protective shell, to be silent. Meanwhile, the real story's coming out. That so many things blamed on you were never your fault. People are watching you rise in ways they never thought possible, honestly, but that's okay. You don't even need to stop to turn around to look at their opinion, or to listen to their opinion, I should say. You don't need that. You've never needed them. They needed you as a scapegoat, and you can't be that anymore. So, some things have been found out. People are seeing that you're protected, seeing that you did the best you could. And because of that, because you did the best you could, because you were forced into certain things or forced away from things or just pigeonholed, really, just like had to fit a mold, had to fit inside their little box. Because you had to do that, people are seeing that better things are happening to you now. And they're seeing that they shouldn't have treated you that way. People are getting what they deserve for that, too. Smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by appearances. This is what people have accused you of at certain times in the past. They might even be saying that you're trying to fool people with appearances. It doesn't matter. This is an example of something they might say that you need to overlook. They're the ones who use smoke and mirrors. People who have tricked you, manipulated you, used you for entertainment, used you for their own pleasure. Scapegoat, like I said, used you so they could get away with things. Sorry if you hear my dog. Used you to get away with things. Let's move on to something better. Like, how should you move on? Write about this. Doesn't necessarily mean you should publish it, because honestly, be careful with their writing. I know everybody wants to write their story, right? I know. They want to write a story, a tell-all, and tell everybody what happened. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of power in that. And be careful. You're always writing your own script. You're always writing your own story. And why should you prove that to people anyway? I mean, I know there is power. What I mean is this. You keep anchoring yourself to that story. And I'm speaking from experience here. I am speaking from experience. It doesn't matter what they think. When you do this stuff, when you're writing, like, you want to tell everybody what happened. Look, does it really matter? Or are you just digging up old dirt? Are you just, like I said, anchoring yourself to that old reality that you really want to change? The better thing to do would be to write a new reality for yourself. If you need to write it and just get it out on paper, type it out just for your own sanity, that's one thing. But then let it go. I'm just getting that some of you, the telling of some story of the whatever happened to you, it may not go the way you planned. Because people will find ways to excuse themselves, or it'll start a chain reaction of them writing a story about you, or writing their version of it. I'm not trying to say don't write that novel or whatever. I just mean there are repercussions of that. There is power in that you don't realize. Speaking from experience, having done it by accident more than once. Not everybody deserves your story. That's the whole thing, is when you get accused of stuff, I know we want to defend ourselves, and I'm not saying don't defend yourself. I just mean when you keep reliving the trauma, when you keep reliving all this stuff and letting it go through your mind, especially writing about it, you're just rewriting the story. I mean, really, it's all about you. I mean, think about who this is actually for. it could just make you worse. Like, yeah, I mean, it might show some people, oh, I really showed them or told them or whatever. Well, what's that really going to do? What's that really going to do for you? It could even come back on you, a boomerang effect of some sort. And I'm not trying to make you scared, but I am getting that there's someone here, because I see that a lot in my comments about people wanting to write their stories. Look, I know. And I'm not trying to say there's no value in that. I'm just saying it's magical, really. And that's the kind of magic that could make your situation worse, could even traumatize you. I'm speaking from experience. And write a better story. Write a better story, because, like, what is the point? Ask yourself, what is the point of this? What is the point of defending yourself? It's like, just, I'm telling you, it's reliving the trauma. Just make sure it's not for the purpose of just reliving the trauma. And because even these people who want to be showed up, like, even these people who you're like, they've accused me of stuff and I want to let them know what really happened, and you're so angry about it. Okay, what's going to happen? What's really the point of it? People are going to still be defensive. I mean, if it's on your heart to do it, do it. But I'm just saying, just because you put your story out there, your confessional, or not even confessional, you tell people what really happened to you, how is it going to change things? Most people are just going to become more defensive because they were already playing the victim. They were already using you as a scapegoat. And they're going to find ways to do that even more at times. And it could trigger you. I'm telling you, one of the best things you can do is write a story where none of it happened. Write a better story, a better version of yourself, a better version of them. Don't do anything in anger like this. Don't do anything in anger. I have published many books. I've helped other people publish books. No, I don't do that anymore. But, you know, everybody, I mean, you wouldn't believe when I was doing that, really, the amount of people, or if they even find out now, you know what they always say? I've heard this so many times. It's like a broken record. They say, well, I'd tell my story, but nobody believed me. I got some stories. I mean, people always think their story, I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just, I've been through this for a very long time. People always think their story is special and unique and nobody'd believe it. And that could be true. It is true for you. People in their minds, they're living their reality of your story. They're living their version. And that's your story. It really is not going to change theirs. So you got to ask yourself, is it because I'm worried about what they think? I care what they think. Is it something that could implicate you? Could it get people even more to use against you? It's one thing to write it, it's another thing to publish it, okay? So write it, but maybe don't publish it. Because anyone can publish look, you upload a PDF or a doc, and it's a book these days, okay? People make money doing that. They make lots of money. What's the purpose, though? Anyway, accept what you cannot change. And that's what I mean. I'm getting that this is someone who, yeah, you're an original. You will know the right time. This too shall pass. The pain is temporary but worth it. Your strength intimidates people. Anything sent to harm you has been bound. Your path is getting clearer. You are, depending on the story, I'm not saying this for everybody because I can already feel the comments that someone's going to say, you're wrong, I'm writing my story. Whatever. I'm telling you from experience, it may not make the impact you think. It may just make some people more angry. It may make you more vulnerable. There is magic in writing a story. Magic. Magic in even thinking of the story, but especially magic, if you want to call it that, right, which it is. And everything is magic, though. The fact that you're sitting there right now is magic, wherever you are. The fact that you're having thoughts and up and walking around is magic, okay? But you're writing a new reality. Make sure you write a better reality, not just the old reality full of trauma. I mean, it's just, look, even as someone who has shared my trauma online, one of the worst things I ever did was share my own trauma online. And occasionally I talk about it here. People ask for story time. They say, it could help someone. It didn't help me. It triggered me. It was really bad. I would never suggest anyone to do that. And I've heard from spiritual teachers now, I'm like, okay, was it just me or did that actually make my situation worse? Did it really not affect anyone else? It didn't really help anyone else. I mean, it could have helped some people, but it didn't help me, and I'm all I got, you know? Accept what you cannot change. It's like, it's better to accept what you cannot change, accept what happened and move on. But it's kind of a lie. It's a trap to feel like you have to keep writing your story over and over. Look, you're an original. Come up with something different. You will know the right time, if there is a time to write, publish, tell people. I mean, I know, I see it all the time. And especially people who, they say, I want to write a life story and publish it and everybody see how awesome it is, and then they'll realize it was about me. It doesn't quite work that way. It doesn't quite work that way. This too shall pass. Like, you will know what to write, when to write. I'm telling you, write a better version of the story. Don't keep rewriting the past, because that's what happens, is you're just rewriting the past, giving people more to chew on. It doesn't even matter about them. It's really not about them. It's about you. I'm telling you. It can be very triggering to go back in time and rewrite this stuff. Write this stuff, like bring up old memories. That's going to keep you glued to the 3D, put you in a low vibe, depending. Write something better. Use your creativity, your imagination for something better than the trauma you went through. I know it sounds like I'm telling you to lie. As above, so below. It's like we live in a world where the opposite of everything is true. Things might have actually happened. Yeah, but do you really need to keep rehashing it? Do you need to keep reliving that trauma? Anything sent to harm you has been bound. So I'm not trying to get anybody to worry or fear or think that something bad's going to happen to them if they write it. And I didn't really mean for this to go in this direction. I didn't see it going in this direction, but I got this right about this card, and that's where the reading went. Let me get some more cards. If you feel led to write your story and to show it to other people, great. But just know that's, you're putting thoughts in people's heads. You are putting words out there. And there's something magical, I'm telling you, about putting something in a book. Everything is energy. Unaware of your own power. Healing. Keep going. This is what I'm talking about. You're unaware of your power. Like, use your power, your creative power, for healing and to keep going past this. And to, instead of like a story where you're just showing somebody triggered over and over, showing like, this horrible thing happened to me, show a person who survives it. Show the survival mechanism inside you. Show how powerful and strong you are because you lived through it and you're still going, and people didn't think you would be. People try to destroy you. And yeah, people hear a false version. People hear their version and make assumptions. I know what I'm talking about there. They hear one thing and they have no idea what was really going on. Coercion. Blackmail at times. But I have learned the hard way that the best thing you can do is keep going forward. I mean, you don't have to keep rewriting that reality. You do not need to keep rewriting that reality. And also, people who think, well, I'm going to expose them for their secrets. I'm going to expose this, expose that. Expose to whom? Do you think it's going to be a bestseller right off the bat and everybody's going to love you for this book? Use your time and energy wisely. Use your time, attention, and energy wisely. Also, some people don't even deserve to know the truth. Why defend yourself? Keep moving. Maybe look, everything is energy. Maybe those people are behind you for a reason. Maybe the reason all that stuff's in the past is because you were supposed to go through it and you're not around them anymore and they're believing lies about you because you're just not supposed to be around them. That's okay. Make a fresh start. Be the survivor that you are. But don't keep rewriting the reality. Don't keep triggering yourself and just triggering other people and making them angrier. It doesn't have the impact that you probably think it's going to have. That's all I'm saying. I mean, write for you. You should always write for yourself first, but write in a way that's healthy. Everything is energy. People have been removed from your life for a reason. Like these people who you're talking about, if you're sitting around really thinking, I got to write a story to tell everybody, why? Ask yourself why. Why are you proving things to these people? If you want to write a story, write a story. Write a good one, though. Write something where, I'm telling you, one where you survive, not where you just talk about what almost killed you. There is some value in that, but it's not what you think. You have to just move past these people and not let them get to you. Like, why waste all that time rewriting a story when you could have written something better? Use your imagination for something else. Look, you make peace wherever you go. Because I'm getting somebody here really wants to stir up trouble. And what is the point? What is the point? Were you treated unfairly? Yeah. Did some people hurt you? Do they have the false version? Yeah. Is you writing a story going to help that? Write a better story. Please, write. There's power in writing, but write something better. Write your new reality. Make peace. You don't have to defend yourself to anyone. Make peace and let it go. You make peace wherever you go. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.